Johnnie, what has this NFL Combine experience been like for you?
It's been a crazy one. Yesterday I got my limbs tugged on, everything, two people at one time. So I mean, it's a different type of deal, something that I've never seen. You know, you hear about it, but you really don't think that it's going to be what people say, and it is. But I mean, it's been a great experience for me.
What's been the most surprising part for you?
I don't know. I think I was prepared for, whatever was going to happen because I've known so many guys that's been here. So I already knew what the process was going to be like.
Yeah, you get to be here with a couple of your best friends. You have Paris Campbell. I know you're really close with Dwayne Haskins behind you with a swarm of media. What has it been like to share this experience with them?
It's been something fun, being able to turn a corner and it's one of your guys. So, I mean, it's experience that not many teams can, they have. So it's just a blessing to be here with all my guys.
How did Ohio State make you the player that you are today and to be in this position?
They beat you down to bring you up, and just all the things we've been through together, from workouts to losses and wins, So I think in adversity we've been through, it all just set us up for success.
What do you make of the swarm of media surrounding Dwayne Haskins and all the talk that's been about him?
I love it. I'm glad it's him and not me, But, I'm just excited for the guy. I'm ready for him to get drafted, one of those top picks, go and show a team that he can really throw the ball and people stop talking about him running. He's a quarterback.
What would it mean for you to hear your name called on draft day?
It means everything. Like I said, a couple years ago, I wasn't in this position. So for somebody to call my name on draft night, it's just, it's a great experience for me and my family.
Johnnie, thanks for the time.
No problem. Thank you.
Felton, how have you approached this NFL Combine experience?
The opportunity of a lifetime. It's something that everybody don't get the chance to be able to do. And even with dealing that I got injured, I still got the opportunity to come out here. So taking advantage of every opportunity I get.
How difficult has it been to persevere through that injury and still believe in yourself to get to the next level?
It's been tough. That's just, I said, one of those things where you got to shine a positive light on everything that comes on to you.
What did Michigan State teach you through this process to get to this point in your career?
They've been preparing us for adversity our whole career at Michigan State. That's what Coach D and Coach Manny, they do. They put us in extreme tough situations and watch the tough man succeed.
Would you describe what it would feel like for you to have your name called come draft day?
A dream come true. That's something we all dreamed about here, and I know me personally dealing with what I dealt with, and that probably that's how you see a grown man cry.
Felton, thanks for the time. Not every day that you get to interview a long snapper. So, Dan, give us some insight as to what this experience has been like for you in a unique position that we don't often hear from.
Yeah, I mean, it's been really exciting, getting the chance to be here. It's every kid's dream, when you're a kid. You see all these, you always watch the NFL Combine and just think, man, I want to be there. And, as a snapper, it's an interesting position, so you don't really get a lot of credit or a lot of fame for it. But, I just like to come out, have fun with it and try to do my best out here.
Yeah, what does it take to be a good long snapper in the NFL scouting eyes?
Well, the big thing is like snapping, and then you got to be accurate and have fast snap. And then the second biggest thing is blocking. They want to really see you block, which is the difference from college snappers and NFL snappers. So, I mean, really, honestly, that's all it is to it.
Which begs the question, why did you want to be a long snapper in your career?
When I first started out, I was a linebacker, and I was getting walk-on offers to MAC schools, and I went up to my dad. I was like, I want to try and earn a scholarship, and he's like, why don't we try snapping? So I picked it up my senior year of high school, and then went to IU's football camp, and next thing you know, I was there getting a scholarship. So it's pretty sweet. And
what was that experience like for you at Indiana, and to be here in this capacity, given where you started in your football career?
Yeah, I mean, starting there and just looking at where I am now, it's awesome. And my coaches at IU did a great job of preparing me, to get here and just perform here, and it's just been awesome.
What's the most surprising thing that's happened this week so far?
Most surprising, I wasn't really prepared for all the medical exams you got to go through here. That was pretty interesting. So that was that, and then I think I broke a record in the vertical, so that was pretty cool for long snappers.
No kidding.
Yeah, so that was pretty surprising. But
I wonder if that's ever happened here at the Combine.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really sure because there's only been 7 snappers to come here, so breaking that record's probably not too impressive.
What's the weirdest question you've gotten in some of these interviews?
Oh man, some of the questions are pretty wild. Well, I used to have really long hair, and every scout's been asking me
Really?
they say we didn't notice you, and they're a big question is why'd you cut your hair, or if I don't have any tattoos, or they were like, what kind of tattoo would you get? And I'm just like, man, that's honestly I got no clue. I just tell them, you don't put a tattoo or you don't put a bumper sticker on a Bentley. So that's
Why did you cut your hair?
Man, it was a lot of pressure from my mom. She really wanted me to look more professional, honestly. But I didn't want to get in my eyes while I'm snapping too. So
You didn't think we'd be talking about hair in this interview, did you?
no, I didn't expect that.
All right, Dan. Thanks so much for the time. Good luck to you in your
I
career.
appreciate it.
Dwayne, how would you describe what this NFL Combine experience has been like for you?
Surprisingly fun. This to be able to meet with these coaches that I grew up watching and then have an opportunity to showcase my talents, something I've dreamed of since I was a little kid, and I'm just taking it all in.
How's some of the meetings been going for you when you had an opportunity to sit down and talk ball?
Yeah, I'm killing the meetings. Just being able to talk ball as far as talking their language, being able to recite their plays and their formations, and then calling some cadence out in the huddle and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. Some teams had me actually do that at the desk as I had to act like it was a center. So that was cool. But as far as watching film, I pulled up some tapes of mine throughout the season and just asking, what are you looking at here? What's the protection? How are you reading this? And, I did all that perfectly, and they all were pretty impressed with me.
How about the physical part of it? You've been working, training really hard. Yeah. What are those numbers going to look like for you?
I feel like it's going to be pretty impressive as far as my stature and how much I weigh and all those things. I'm a thrower, not a runner, so I just say that. But as far as my thing is here to just throw and spin. That's all I'm worried about as far as throwing. The 40 and the vert take care of itself. I'm working really hard on that, and I feel like those would be pretty good numbers for me.
Are there any questions that keep coming up?
Yeah, of course it's just the experience thing, and of course I answer that with, I got better every game, and then the most thing that I thought that was most important for me throughout my college career was learning from JT, because he was a guy, he was a leader, but I learned more from watching him, learning from him than playing those years when I wasn't ready to play. So I say that, and then as far as want to know if I can run or not, I say I wore a knee brace a lot, so I couldn't really do what I wanted to do as far as running, but I'm excited for tomorrow.
How's Coach Day's offense, and also him teaching? How'd that get you prepared for this moment?
Yeah, I was saying that earlier, he teaches like a pro, teaches like an NFL playbook. So as far as knowing the plays, how they work with every coverage, what's the weakness of this play, and then being able to go execute the play from taking the meeting to the field, and being able to know situations and know how to handle situations, being a game manager, knowing how to take the checkdowns, knowing how to take the risk when you need to take the risk. He taught me all that, which is really important playing quarterback.
Last question, since you said this was a surprisingly fun experience, any fashion that we should be looking out for come NFL draft day from you?
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm working on some stuff with JCPenney right now, and Simba's the alter ego of mine, so we'll try to incorporate that into the suit.
Channel your inner tiger. Well, thank you so much for the time. Inner lion. Congratulations on all the success so far.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Guys.
I'm here at the NFL Combine. Paris Campbell, how are you, my friend?
I'm great, man. How you doing?
How's the experience? I'm good.
Oh, it's good, man. All the medical stuff and all the informal meetings, they don't necessarily tell you about that, but it's great. I feel like I'm doing great. I'm excelling. I've been able to adjust and just having a lot of fun. It's been good.
What has some of the training been like for you to get to this point, be ready to go, to put up the numbers I think you'll put up this week?
Yes, sir. It's been crucial, honestly. We've been doing. I was doing about 5 workouts a day. Just getting it in. I think my biggest thing that helped me out was my nutrition while I was training. Just to get that in order, being able to eat clean, being able to, reduce body fat, gain muscle has been huge for me. So, I feel fresher than ever.
What are you going to run? Come on.
I don't want to put any numbers out there, but, for everybody watching, I think, it'll put a smile on your face or some big eyes, some big blue eyes. They'll be tuned in for sure.
Right. Well, good luck. Continued success.
All right. Appreciate you.
Trace, in your words, you said this would be a dream come true to play in the NFL. You've already shattered records at Penn State, but what has the significance of this moment been for you?
Yeah, like you said, it's a dream come true. It's something that you dream about since the day you put on your first pair of shoulder pads and first helmet is playing in the NFL. So to be able to hear this is just another stepping stone to achieving that dream and ready to look forward and taking advantage of this opportunity.
You had a great message in terms of what NFL teams would be getting in a player like yourself. What words have you shared with some of these teams on what caliber of person and athlete they're getting in you?
First off, that I have a chip on my shoulder. I'm extremely competitive, so there's no one that's going to outcompete me, no one that's going to outwork me on a day-to-day basis, starting at the beginning of the week and going all the way through game days on Sundays. And that I'm someone that is an athlete and someone that the coaches and teammates can trust and respect, so that when I'm in there and I get my opportunity, they know that I'm giving the team the best opportunity to win the game.
How have you been able to believe in yourself despite any naysayers out there that talk about your size or anything, any reason that you wouldn't make it? Why do you believe in yourself that you will make it this next level?
because I'm the one that's put in the work. I'm the one that's done the behind the scenes work to give myself the best opportunity. So anyone who says I can't do it because of my size or whatever they want to say, they don't know what I've done behind the scenes, and I know that, and I'm the only one who knows that. So I know what I'm capable of. I know what my abilities are, and I know that I can be able to come into this league and produce and be a guy in this league.
How did Penn State football prepare you for this?
They really give you a good base heading into your training all the way around, and creating a high character, well-rounded person, a well-rounded man, well-rounded athlete. But then in the weight room and from the football perspective, give you a really good base, strength, speed-wise, being able to come in and use that as your base when you get into your combine training. And then on the field, you're going against the best of the best every single day. And in the competition that we have at Penn State, it's something that we really thrive on. Coach Franklin emphasizes competition every single day. And as a player, it can kind of start to be a drag, especially the older you get. But you got to love it. You got to thrive on it. And at the end of the day, it's preparing you to be at the next level.
And he will be equally proud to hear your name called come draft day. So take us into that moment with you. Who are you hugging first when you get that name called come draft day?
My mom and my dad. They'll be right next to me. I'll probably just be at home. So they'll be the ones that I'll hug first. I mean, they sacrificed a lot. Me growing up to be able to be in this opportunity and be in this position. So those are two people that I owe everything to, and they'll be the first two people that I hug and embrace afterwards.
I'm sure they'll love that too. Trace, thanks so much for the time. Congrats on your success.
Thank you.
Guys.
At the NFL Combines, TJ Hockenson, how are you doing today?
Doing great.
Good. So what's this experience been like for you?
It's been a lot of fun. I mean, the people that you meet here, the relationships that you're building is beyond what just football. So it's super exciting. I'm just glad I can be here.
Talk to me about where you've been training, because you've done a little something different. You decided to stay at school, right?
Yeah, I did. I love the University of Iowa. I love Coach Doyle. I love being part of that program. So I wanted to, Coach Doyle knows my body better than anyone, so I wanted to stay there and just grind with him. So.
What questions are you attempting to answer here?
I mean, there's a lot of questions. I mean, there's, a lot about the University of Iowa, and I love talking about it, a lot about personality. I love talking about that, family. So, it's just been a ton of fun. I mean, it really has. So.
How special will it be if I was able to get 2 first-round tight ends this year?
It'd be a lot of fun. That's a first. It's cool. Noah's a great player. He was my teammate for 3 years, so just super excited.
TJ, thanks a lot and good luck.
Right, thank you so much. Have a good one. All right.
Zach, what's been the biggest takeaway for you during this NFL Combine experience?
It's just been a good time. It's just been about as hectic as I thought it was going to be, and no big takeaways yet, but I'm just trying to take everything in and get off to a good start.
What are friends and family back in Albuquerque, New Mexico saying about Zach Gentry right now as you head into the NFL draft?
Family's just proud. I talk to them all the time, and they're happy for me. Friends and family are happy, and hopefully everybody's looking out for me, and appreciate all the support I get back home.
How would you walk us through what the day-to-day has been like here at the Combine?
It's been wild. Waking up nice and early, and a full day. Medical testing, psychological testing, and then workouts, whether that's on the field or weight room and measurements. So it's been a full day.
Why did it make sense for you to depart and take your talents to the next level?
I thought I was just ready physically, mentally. I think that I was mature enough in both of those aspects to just go ahead and challenge myself at the next level.
What kind of dream come true would this be for you as you reflect back on your football career in its entirety and what you once dreamt of as a little boy?
It would be, just like you said, a dream come true, ultimate dream come true. A lot of people probably say this, but this is something that I've dreamed about since I was 4 or 5 years old, as long as I can remember. So it would be the ultimate dream.
And as you look to defend those dreams, what kind of feedback have you given NFL scouts and personnel as to why you're a good fit for them, or what kind of football player they'd be getting in you?
I think they're getting somebody who's, a smart football player, reliable, working on transitioning and making myself a complete tight end. And, I think I can challenge teams vertically downfield and make a lot of plays for them.
And lastly, what's been the feedback you've gotten from some of your teammates from Michigan and some of the coaches that have guided you on your path to this point?
They're just excited for me. They're all texting me saying good luck, looking out for you and praying for you. So everybody back there has my back.
Zach, thanks so much for the time.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Guys. Noah, what's been the best part about the NFL Combine for you?
It's been fun, coming here and being with a bunch of the guys, that are good players, and it's all about showing what you can do here, and it's been a great time doing that.
How do you feel like you've made the most of your experience with NFL scouts and personnel?
Yeah, I mean the formal meetings were the biggest thing. Getting in front of these teams, showing them my personality, showing them that I want to be a great player in the NFL is something that's huge. So it's been a lot of fun, and I feel like I've benefited most from that.
All right, Noah, thanks so much for the time.
Appreciate it,
guys.
Here's the 2019 NFL Combine. Stanley Morgan, how are you?
I'm doing good.
How's the process been for you thus far?
It's been long, but I'm enjoying every bit of it.
What's the biggest part of when you have an opportunity to get in front of the media that you've had to work on?
Just being honest and telling them about everything and just talking to them.
How about the workouts?
Oh, it's been great. Got to the bench press, got 14. Been doing good. I'm ready to turn it up tomorrow.
Okay, so you run tomorrow, right?
Yes.
What are you thinking? You want to give us a little hint?
About a 4.4, 4.5.
That's going to be good.
Yeah.
What are some of the things as you've been going through your training on the field that you wanted to work on to be able to show these coaches and general managers?
Really my running, I never ran my 40 before, so just, dissecting my skills and just really getting into running habits and, my hands, and that gauntlet and catching the ball from different quarterbacks.
What are some of the feedback that you've been getting from some coaches?
I'm doing great, just keep, striving, and my hands are great. Just keep doing what I'm doing.
All right, so this process is starting to get ready to come to the end. What do you want to be able to walk out of this combine knowing that you've done?
Just gave it my best, just showing coaches that I'm a worker just like I say I am, and showing that on the field even though it's a short time.
Well, look forward to continue to watch your success. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Clayton, what have you made of this experience so far?
I've really enjoyed it, just getting in front of all these coaches and scouts. Unfortunately, I missed the Senior Bowl, and so being here was the first time to get in front of them. And so I just love telling my story, just hearing from them, talking ball. I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah, let's talk about missing the Senior Bowl and just some injury adversity you've had. The biggest topic of discussion with you is the coming back from injury. What have those discussions been like, and what has your report been like?
Yeah, so all the medical stuff went great yesterday. They were, tugging on my knee. Obviously, they wanted to know a lot about that because I came back so fast, and also there was a lot happened there. And so they were really, really confident. They're like, man, this looks really good. And so I was like, well, Dr. Andrews is awesome. But high ankle sprain in the Holiday Bowl, and so thankfully I've come back from that. Now I'm 100%.
Yeah, how does that feel for you, confidence-wise, to be able to make the next jump with the injury talk being such a big topic of conversation surrounding your stock?
Yeah, I think the 2 times I've gotten injured, one, I was catching a reverse pass, not playing quarterback. The other one, I was running and sliding, got hit as I was sliding, kind of a weird play.
Yeah.
Once again, not really a quarterback type thing. And so I thankfully I haven't gotten hurt standing back there playing quarterback, and so maybe I'll just need to stay in there a little more.
Stop playing positions that are not yours.
Exactly.
How about that? Outside of that, in the NFL Combine, you guys have been going through some interviews and some meetings, and for a Northwestern Wildcat, you're obviously well-versed in the cognitive department, but walk us through some of the steps that have been happening behind the scenes with some of these teams.
So they got this thing called the train station, and so it's just literally a bunch of tables, a bunch of teams. It's their informal interviews. So you interview with a team for 10 to 15 minutes. Another team will be waiting right in the wings, grab you, walk over. It's funny to see some coaches literally fighting over different guys. They're trying to take me one place. Another coach is like, no, we were waiting here. I'm like, look, guys, I'll go to either one of you. I don't care. You guys are both in the NFL. It's a good problem to have, but it's been a lot of fun. And, obviously the formal interviews as well. You're in a room with the GM, the owner sometimes, the head coach, offensive coordinator. And so those are obviously really important too. Just getting to know those guys and showing what you know.
What's the toughest question you've had to answer so far?
The toughest question I've had to answer, I don't know. Thankfully, I feel very prepared for all these questions. I had one coach today. We were talking about 3 linebackers, and he said, all right, he drew up numbers, number 32, 50, 54. He said, who's the best 32 to ever play in the NFL? I was like, oh, my goodness, I don't know. I said Jack Tatum. And he goes, not Jim Brown. I'm like, Jack Tatum was a linebacker or a safety. And so you're talking about that. Obviously Mike Singletary, Mike, and Brian Urlacher. But that was kind of a different question I got. He even said it was the first time he's ever done that.
That is cool. A tricky one.
It is.
Who is somebody that you grew up watching in the NFL that you grew your dreams upon of, I want to be like so-and-so when I grow up?
Peyton Manning. I'm number 18 for Peyton Manning, at least I was at Northwestern, and thankfully I've become friends with him, and so that's been pretty cool. He's got a lot of advice to give, but also it's Drew Brees too, just seeing how much of a leader he is, how he's responding to adversity, and you're just hearing from Austin Carr and Zach Strief about how great of a teammate he is. Zach Strief, I know he said that his greatest motivation as a player was Drew Brees and blocking for him. So that's what I want to be like.
Yeah, what's the best piece of advice that you've gotten from a guy like Peyton Manning who's done what he has done in his career?
Yeah, he just said be yourself. And that's what I've continually heard throughout this process is be yourself, you'll move up because you're you. And so that gives me confidence, and I feel like it's helping right now.
And what would it be like draft day to hear your name called?
It's going to be pretty special. I've grown up wanting to be an NFL quarterback my whole life. My dad played in the NFL, so I always wanted to be like him, but he was a linebacker, and I'm not going to do that. But it would be pretty special, and, yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Thanks so much for the time, Clayton.
Thanks
we
for having
appreciate
me.
it. Guys. Terry, what's been the biggest learning curve for you at this year's NFL Combine?
Just trying to learn concepts and formations on the fly. Like I've had meetings where a team will install a play or 3 or 4 formations, and then they'll expect you to know everything at the end of the conversation. So they won't necessarily ask you to write it right there, but they'll ask you questions about football and your family and things like that. Then at the end, they'll have you recall these. But the benefit I've had at being at Ohio State, a lot of the formations are similar. We learned conceptually, so I don't learn what I have. So when I look at a picture, I try to understand the concept first, and I've been knocking them out the park.
And when you're in these interviews and these coaches and NFL personnel are asking you questions about what kind of person and player they're getting, what do you tell them?
They're getting a leader, first and foremost, being a 2-time captain at Ohio State. I take pride in that. A guy that loves to compete, and I hate losing. And a guy that's fast can change the course of a game, can make that big play that you're looking for. And I'm a willing special teamer. And the NFL people can appreciate how important that is. And I don't look to just play, but I look to dominate. So just trying to show them that I'm a complete package and somebody they would love to have in their organization.
How much fun has this experience been with your buddies along your side from Ohio State?
It's been great. I mean, we've had this circled on our calendar since we came into Ohio State. We're the last group of the 2014 guys. Noah and Curtis are in the NFL. We're trying to join them. So I feel like we helped change the culture of Ohio State wide receivers, and just doing this together, we treat each other like family, and all our hard work and our dreams are right in front of us.
Lastly, take me into draft day. You hear your name called. Yeah. What's running through your mind in that moment?
Just how blessed I am and fortunate how far God's brought me and kept me healthy, and the support system that I had to get to this point. There's been ups and downs, but no matter where I'm drafted, I know I've basically got the foot in the door into my dream, everything that I've wanted since I was 7 years old. So, I almost get chills thinking about it right now, and I can't wait for whichever team decides to draft me.
All right, Terry, thanks so much for the time. Congrats on your success, and good luck to you.
Thank you so much. Go Bucks.
Guys.